And welcome everyone to the LPRT by the beach. Here in Virginia Beach, Virginia, we are joining the final women's round of 16 match between the 1 seed Paula Longoria and the 16 seed Rivera. Longoria, the heavy favorite for this match, the heavy favorite for the tournament, looking for her 100th title, Todd Boss.
100 career pro titles, which is worth noting more than double what we know of any other women's pro has ever achieved. The only thing that we've seen of this scale is, of course, the 116 and counting titles on the other side of the way. This could be an interesting matchup. This should be an interesting matchup here. These two have never met. They've got no meetings, prior meetings, on either amateur Mexican nationals or on the pro tour. So should be an interesting early start of the game to see how this goes.
Well, Rivera came through the juniors. She's been playing the pro tour for the last couple years. You'll see a unique forehand swing.
Ooh.
If she's allowed to hit one, Longoria starts with a 3-shot rally.
So we just watched Samantha Salas really put on a drive serve dominant display. I think we're probably going to see something similar here. Paola really uses that dominant drive serve to the backhand.
Wow, how about that for a return from Rivera? Took that very confidently. Expect we'll see a Z over to Longoria's backhand. No. But you can see the pendulum swing of that forehand. It's definitely unique. My. Put it down. And the first point for Rivera.
Okay.
I mean, she's got nothing to lose here. She's not supposed to win this.
No.
So she can go out and swing, and we'll take. Well, she got a screen serve. Interesting. Our official for this match, Kalani Bailey Lawrence, forgetting that we were watching on. 1 serving 1. Smart shot from Longoria. We're going to see a lot of smart shots from Longoria.
Right. Absolutely. Longoria is a metronome of solid, quality, strategic racquetball shots. She's not going to go for some crazy shot. She's going to pound the ball down the line. She's going to work the angles. She's going to hit solid serves that force the opponents into bad shots. That's her MO, and she's better at it than anybody. So like that, wasn't tempted by hitting a pinch or a splat or anything. And just pound it down the line, put it where your opponent isn't.
Rivera, a very tall player.
Yep. I haven't seen a pendulum swing like that in a while.
Natalia Mendez.
Natalia Mendez definitely.
Not as bad, not as obvious though.
No, she definitely used a little more wrist. Yeah, this is kind of a unique swing. Very much a tennis swing. Is that fair to say?
I don't think it's a tennis swing either, to be honest, Todd. I mean, tennis comes up and over the ball. She's coming down and through it.
There's a local player here in Virginia who has a very similar swing. He's one of the best players in the state, and kind of, if you have your timing down, as Aaron clearly does, it can be effective.
Oh, good get from Rivera. She should ask for a screen.
Yeah, surprised she didn't ask to hold up there.
Well, we talked about this. It's sometimes the experience of the player to know that they can ask for it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It is worth noting Erin is a younger player. She's just 21. She only has about 20 pro career matches under her belt. By way of contrast, Longoria has nearly 500 pro matches under her belt.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the potential for 500 more.
Yeah, she just turned 30. You know, as we see as we've seen lately, good fitness, you know, good mechanics. She can play for another 10 years.
She has had some injuries.
And she can be effective for another 10 years.
She has had some injuries, and I think that there are certainly some players coming up over the next 5 years, I would argue, that will push Longoria. Obviously, she has Salas and Vargas, but she's consistently beaten those two. There's an ace serve from Rivera.
No, it's a good point.
Wow, they're just getting on with this. Again, she could ask for a hinder. She doesn't.
Yeah.
And soft hands from Longoria.
You know, this is an interesting contrast to some of the players that we've seen. Like when the first match of the evening, we saw two kind of deliberate, you know, patient players in Ronda and Carla. Here we see two players that are really kind of in a hurry to get going. They don't take a ton of time between points. They're not looking to delay the game. It's just get in the box, serve.
Yeah, but I don't think this is normally what Longoria does. She's quite deliberate in the way she plays, and I think it's late.
It is late.
It's 10:45. I want to get out of here. I didn't want to be here this late. You know, I'm ready. I'm ready to go to the hotel. Let's get going. I'm going to take out this 16 seed as fast as I can, which is what a pro should do.
It is what a pro will do. Totally agree.
And then I would flip it to Rivera and say, you want to slow it down, right? You want to make Longoria hit those quick points because she is impatient to get out of here. Slow it down, try to drag this out a little bit and gain something from the experience rather than just, well, I got to play Longoria.
Yeah. No, I agree totally. You know, and part of kind of the maturation of your process as a good maturing as a pro is learning this and learning how to take advantage of this, learning how to frustrate an opponent. If your opponent wants to play fast, you play slow. If your opponent wants to play slow, then you get up there and you press the issue. You tell the ref, hey, shot clock, let's go, let's get moving. That's gonna be tough. Around the wall ball.
I like it.
Yeah, effective.
This will come off.
She gets one back.
Oh, why did she do that?
Yeah, a little impatient there. That was probably going to come back off. Give her at least a shot. A little short. Yep, good call. Wow, that's tough.
It's certainly an unusual swing, but it's effective for her.
That is, that's a difficult shot to execute right there.
I mean, it
boom.
But I wonder with that swing, I wonder if she changed her swing, could she generate more power than she has? Because right now it's a lot of shoulder.
You know, I wonder sometimes, you know, if you're a baseball fan, you often hear about pitchers having their mechanics changed by organizations. Oh, that's another shot. You mean, would it be more detrimental to her to try to manipulate a swing that she's been cultivating for years?
So that's a great question, right? Do you change your swing after you've been playing for, however, 10 years, and it's what you know?
Yeah.
And I think the answer, this discussion came up in San Luis. I don't have the answer, but I think my answer would be it depends on the age of the player and whether they're willing to accept that they're going to get worse before they get better.
Yeah.
I think players can always improve things, but this would be a radical change.
You see it. I think you see it on other pro players. You see players take the summer, try to kind of work on swing prep, or, you know, as you mentioned, ERP. But they're not drastically altering their swing mechanics generally. That's a nice get.
Well, that has to be a replay.
Yeah, I think that. I don't know if I'd give her that as an avoidable.
Wow, I think that was a generous call. I mean,
yeah,
Rivera was completely clear.
Yeah, I don't think she. I think it was her.
That's the kind of call you get when you're number one, right?
So we're laughing because Kalania, who's listening to us broadcast from about 2 feet away, doesn't like our criticism of the referees' calls.
I'm sure she'll go back and watch the replay of the stream so that
you're free,
she can make a second opinion on that one.
You're free to comment on the Facebook feed and be like, "See, I told you I called that right."
We're back in Longoria, continuing to.
That's a nice serve.
Continuing on game one, it's 12 serving 4.
Wow.
There's a jam serve. We haven't seen it for a while.
Wow, and Erin handled it really well. Really hit a solid shot down. Right down the line, didn't leave it up.
But we haven't seen a jam serve that wraps around to the backhand side.
No, that's true.
That's where I think the advantage is, because it's hitting that glass.
I agree. I think if Paola hit a shot that kind of did a jam ball into Erin's body on the forehand side, she'd really struggle to get a good swing on it, because she has kind of this long, a long loopy swing.
Well, pulling off a Samantha Salas, it wasn't as powerful, but she got what she wanted.
That's a solid solid pace, solid drive serve. It's effective. Nice shot.
Wow, good shot from.
Yeah. Elicited some
Rivera.
frustration out of Longoria there over the way that point unfolded. Nice. Oh, she got it.
That's a great shot. Clever from Longoria, knowing Rivera was pushing up.
Yep.
Side out 12-6. Yep. Another ace serve from Longoria.
That's tough.
Timeout from Rivera. We'll take a little timeout. We'll regroup as Longoria leads 13-6. We're back in. I like the timeout from Rivera, slowing it down a little bit, using both of them.
Same serve. Oh, nice
Great get. And again.
Yeah.
Too good from Longoria. A little frustration from Rivera, because she really worked hard in that rally, gave everything, but was just pushing the ball back to her opponent.
Yeah, sometimes that's all you can do. Oh, nice serve.
And you can see Rivera lunging to the left side, but not good enough, not able to get that ball back. So Longoria claims the first game, 15-6. Players have 2 minutes. We'll take 2 minutes. Say thank you to a sponsor. We'll be right back in just a moment.
I'm Holly Scott, I'm 20 years old, and I'm from Seattle, Washington. I've been playing racquetball for about 15 years. My dad started because I didn't like the daycare at the gym, so I was very bored and I needed to go play racquetball. It's my calling. I love the LPRT. I get to travel, meet new people, work on my Spanish, and it's just a great experience and everyone should experience it. Reaching your dream foundation is really important to me because it helps me travel, to get experience, to do better. Racquetball and in life, they teach you to do things professionally, on and off the court. My goal is to be #1. Obviously, same with everybody. It's difficult, but with their help, I can work for it every single tournament and get better. Donations are greatly appreciated, no matter how big or small. It helps players like me reach our dream.
Welcome back, everybody. Tim Baghurst joined by Todd Boss this evening. Todd, thanks so much for being here and your willingness to come up and participate in the stream.
You bet.
We're at game 2. If you're just joining us, Longoria won the first fairly comfortably. Rivera showing a little bit of life. Winner takes on Brenda Laime, who overcame the 8th seed. So advanced over the 8th seed as a 9 seed, and she'll take on the winner. Right now looking like it will be Longoria. So a good win for Brenda Laime, overcoming that 9 versus 8.
I think that's a good win for her. They're both. She beat a fellow Colombian in Riveros, and I think that was a solid win. I would have predicted that would have gone the reverse. So good progress. She gets a shot against presumably the #1 player in the next round.
Crushing backhand winner from Longoria. So we'll just run down the draw very quickly. Mendez, the 5 seed, will be taking on the 4 seed, Ronda Racich. Mendez won 10-13 against Adrian Haynes.
Oh,
wow.
Nice.
Rivera, how about that? Let's watch this again. Look at how low she got to hit that forehand pinch winner. And an ace serve. Good start from her.
Ace to the forehand. That's tough to do.
So Racich overcame Munoz 14-15, 15-14, and 11-4 in quite a dramatic match, full of controversy. So you can go back and watch that on YouTube or the Facebook stream.
Yeah.
Then Maria Jose Vargas overcame Kalani Bailey Lawrence and will take on the 3 seed, will take on the 6 seed Nancy Enriquez, who overcame Cheryl Lotz in a tiebreaker. And last but not least, Maziel Rivera took on Cassie Lee, advancing 10-6, and she'll take on Samantha Salas, who we saw earlier defeat Jessica Parilla. So some fun matches. We start everything off at 11:45 tomorrow morning. We have 2 rounds of singles we'll be streaming, and then we go to doubles. We go back to the semifinals of singles at 6:30, 7:15, and let's not forget the doubles. 8 teams in doubles. Doubles begin at 1:15 in the afternoon, 1:15 and 2 p.m. And then we'll be here late tomorrow evening for the double semifinals, 8 o'clock and 8:45. So long day here in Virginia Beach, but we hope you enjoy the coverage. We're certainly, it's pretty special watching somebody who's dominated the sport like Longoria, Todd.
No, dominance is definitely the key. So as you may or may not have heard, Longoria is going for her 100th career LPRT win this weekend. A lot of the stats that have come to define her career are pretty amazing when you go through them. She's only suffered four professional losses in the last 8 seasons on tour. Her career won-loss percentage is .937, which is actually significantly better than the vaunted Cain Wozlenchuk's win-loss percentage that gets talked about a whole lot.
In other words, she wins 94% of the matches she plays.
That's right. That's right. It's more notable when she loses a match than when she wins, 5 or 6 tournaments in a row.
Well, let's not forget she went last year without losing a match.
That's right.
The entire season, winning every tournament.
That's right, and that is the 5th time that she has completed a season undefeated. She won her first tournament in 2008. Actually, not too terribly far from here. She won a tournament in Fayetteville, North Carolina, to be her first tournament win.
Well, Longoria, sorry to interrupt. Longoria doesn't like this call. You could see her in the back of the court. But good start from Rivera in the second game. Great get from Rivera.
Oh, wow. Well, good patience there.
Is it not 2 bounces?
That was 2.
No, before that.
I didn't see it. I didn't think so.
Well, lots of controversy around us on that rally. Everyone has an opinion.
Tough serve. Right down the line. Yep. So, I mean, what can you do there?
Well, it looks like Longoria broke her strings, so she'll get an equipment timeout. So 30 seconds to go out, get her other racket, and back into the court she goes. Sorry, Todd, I interrupted you.
Oh, that's good. Here, I got another fun stat for you. So Longoria on her career right now, as we speak, is 443 wins and 30 losses on the pro tour. So of those 30 professional losses, 15 of them came at the hands of Ronda.
Wow. Her nemesis.
Yeah.
But if maybe you got time to do this, but we'll let this rally finish. Nice. Smart shot, Longoria. She's settled down now in the second game. Ronda has beaten Longoria 15 times. I would ask, how many times has Longoria beaten Ronda?
50. 50 on the pro tour, and then when you start looking
internationally,
and they've also met a ton internationally as the leading representatives of their 2 countries for the better part of a decade and a half.
3 serving 5. I like this from Rivera, slowing down Longoria, just composing herself. But when you serve like that, there's nothing you can do.
They've met an additional 15 times in the IRF in international events. Oh, nice serve. Tough. So I like that. That's a nice, calm, unbeatable pinch to end that rally.
So we look at some of the players on the LPRT, and we can kind of maybe identify a few holes, a few weaknesses. We talked, for example, about Salas. She's number 2. She's number 2 on tour, but we saw how a Z serve to her backhand caused her all kinds of problems in that last match. Longoria, you look at Longoria and you say, well, where's the weakness? It's hard to find one.
No, hard to find a weakness, absolutely. Which is why she wrapped up last year's title with like 3 tournaments to go. You know, she hits solid shots. She's got top fitness. She's not going to be outworked or out fatigued in a match. Her drive serves, as we're seeing right here, you know, she may not be hitting with the same amount of pace that we saw out of Salas, but the positioning is great, and she's really frustrating a player who's got a decent amount of ability to get stuff because of her height and her reach. Solid backhand, just a metronome of passing shots that are 3 inches off the wall, time after time. It's tough to beat Longoria. It's easier for if she beats herself. Oh, that's
wow. A little bit of luck, but she'll take it. But again, it's showing her reach. She's just able to get that ball back. Good timeout, earns the side out, 5-5. She's certainly in this second game. Longoria with the return, earning the side out. This court's certainly quick here in Virginia Beach. Cement courts, pen, green ball.
Yeah, it is quick.
You feel like that's a big advantage for Vargas, Salas, players like that.
I think we're going to see some really interesting, not to project too far in advance, but if we see the semis that we think that we expect to see, 1-4, 3-2, if the seeds hold chalk, you're going to see some really amazing matches in the semis.
Yeah, the one that, I mean, obviously we've got, if Longoria wins this, Longoria, Laime, Mendez, Racich, Vargas, Enriquez, and Rivera, Salas. The Mendez Racich is the one that stands out for me, and I think, you know, Mendez is very athletic, hits the ball hard, can hit pretty much everything, has an unusual forehand, which you'll see tomorrow. I think that's the one where we might see quite a battle.
Yeah, and those two don't have a ton of match history against each other, and when they do have, they've split. You know, so both of them can beat the other. And you know what? That's what you like to see in a 4-5. Just like I like to see a tough match in the 16-17 seed and the 8-9.
Sure.
The 4-5 is always right there too. And so I don't think we're going to see anything different tomorrow. I think we're going to see a tiebreaker battle there. You know, Ronda may have been a little lucky to advance, but she probably would take full advantage of that and would be. I'd probably put her a good, you know, at a good chance to make it to a semi and another matchup with Longoria. And you know, that's only fitting that her primary rival throughout her pro tour would be present and take a part in what could be her 100th pro win.
Unusual forehand swing works for Rivera. She earns a side out.
Oh, had her. Yeah, that's a nice serve. That was really well done.
6 serving 7.
6 serving 7.
Oh my goodness. Well, replay is the call.
Yeah, that's a replay. I wonder what our watchers or our the Facebook stream thinks. That was an interesting shot. I think Longoria went out of her way not to completely bury that in the back of Rivera, and ended up getting the side out anyway. Another excellent drive, sir.
Too good from Longoria. Straight down the middle from Rivera, and she got punished for it.
You know, you talk about like, you know, what is a differentiator for Longoria? On that exact point that we just saw, you know, a lot of the players that we've seen tonight would have taken that and instead driven a ball down the line and maybe given Rivera another bite at the apple. Instead, Longoria is able to execute a really well-done pinch that's irretrievable for the point.
Oh no, she will want that one back.
Yeah.
Had the forehand pinch open and just buried it into the floor. 9 serving 6.
Tough serve.
10 serving 6.
I think we might get a timeout here. Nope, maybe not. Rivera trying to slow her down a little bit. Yep, there it is again.
And she doesn't hit it hard. She just controls it into the front corner.
Right.
And a lot of players who try to really rip it and you know, do something special. You don't have to.
That takes a ton of practice, you know, to learn how to take the pace off that ball and put it where you want. Now, did she get that?
No. Well, you have to credit Rivera. She's really put a lot of effort into this match. She has really competed hard against the world #1. And, you know, even if she walks away with defeat in this match, take some encouragement that she was able to compete.
Yeah, I think that she's gonna she's aced her. She's gotten some points off the serve. She's gotten some good 3-point rallies. These are things that she can work on and build on, not only against Longoria but against any of the top players. You know, where Rivera sits in the rankings, she's going to be playing a top 8 player in the 16s every time, and is going to need breakthrough wins to move up. Same story that we've been talking about all night with someone like Padilla.
Yeah. So if you're looking at someone like Rivera, where does she get better? What does she need to change to get some of those marquee wins?
I think that she needs a little more consistency. She needs a little more patience on those shots. Like 2 points ago where she had a setup and then just swang at it too early. Didn't let it drop, didn't let it get into a better swing path.
So we're back in. 3 points away, Longoria, from this match. 12 serving 6.
Tough.
13 serving 6. Another 3-shot rally. Great serve.
Boy, can't beat that.
No, it's perfect. Let's take another look.
14-6.
See if she can do it again.
Wow. Rivera thought she had to die for that.
Well, she got a side out. Longoria having a conversation with her mom on the side. You can just... No, you can't. You see her feet. She's got white shoes on there down on the left.
Tough.
All right, Longoria looking for the match, 14-6.
I wonder if she's distracted by her mom taking pictures of her as she's trying to serve. Ooh, that was close. Oh, calls it short.
Just a little short. There it is. Skip from Rivera again, not moving her feet as the ball turns around. Great effort from her, though, as She falls to the wayside and Longoria advances. Congratulations to all the players who move on to the quarterfinals. Longoria versus Laime, Mendez versus Rasic, Vargas versus Enriquez, and Rivera. That's Maziel Rivera against Salas. So, Todd Boss, thanks so much for joining us today, and I know you have to leave tomorrow. We appreciate your contributions, not only for Pro Racquetball Stats, but also for our stream this evening. We are off for the evening. We'll be back tomorrow. We hope you join us. Thanks so much for watching.